Hello Aquarians and cross watchers, welcome to your video. So I have one of my lights that went out. If it seems a little darker, sorry, I have to get another light. Anyways guys, before I get into the reading, I want to be the first to tell you that you're so beautiful and you're so needed in this world. I want to thank you all for being here, and I want to thank you all for sharing your time and your energy with me. I value you. The divine values you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. So I'm doing a request video, and the requested video is why did they ghost me, and choose or settle for someone else. Okay, so anyways, that's going to be the requested reading. I'm going to say a quick prayer to cleanse the energy and specifically make it clear that I want only divine messages. So I'll say the prayer, we'll get right into it. Our Father in heaven, I want to thank you for the many blessings you've given to all of us here. I want to ask for protection for ourselves and our loved ones. I also want to ask that you help those who are suffering and in need, and help to guide us to the ones that we could help. I would also like to ask permission to see what it is that I'm allowed to see for this reading, so I can deliver the most highest messages to those who need it. Thank you. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. I was guided to start off with the game of life because a little bit of everything can come out in that. So this is a reading about why they ghosted and settled for something else. So I'm going to start off with this one. I also have another deck. If I'm guided to use that, I will. I have a few oracle decks, and I am actually guided. Now keep in mind, not every single message may apply that comes out. Keep that in mind. But if you know it's true, okay, if you've heard something, if it rings true, then you might know that it's your reading or something like that. So I have the game of life and I have the twisted oracle. So show me what I need to see for this reading. Ghosted and chose or settled for someone else or something else. Specifically, I think it was settled for someone else. Show me what I need to see here. That's a lot. Give me 1 second. I think something might have dropped. All right. I thought something fell, but I guess it was not. Anyways, whoo, we got a lot that came out here. A lot. Let's put that up here. So we have free your soul, okay, but this is why they may have ghosted and settled for something else. So, you know, free your soul could indicate maybe it was somebody who didn't want to be tied down, or maybe because you're a free spirit, you're a free soul, you don't want to be controlled. Sometimes people, they're threatened when someone is free or free soul, because they feel like freedom means someone's going to go off and cheat or be with someone else, something like that. But there's something here about free your soul. And for this reading, I feel that the reason someone ghosted or went or settled for something else has something to do with that. Or maybe somebody was tied to another person and they couldn't get free. All right. We also have the universe keeps all the original receipts. So, you know, no matter what's going on here between you, between them, why they ghosted you, why they went in another direction, universe keeps all receipts. That basically talks about karma, our actions, our lessons. It's not about, you know, revenge, and, you know, we all reap what we sow, all of us, so it doesn't really matter. But it's like the universe keeps receipts. So if there was a reason you didn't align, there is a reason behind it, and it's going to be more than just the physical reason. It's going to be some sort of spiritual reason. It has to do with some sort of growth, learning some lesson, the soul growing as a result of it. So there is a reason, okay? It wasn't ready to come together because the universe knows something was missing. There was just something missing before this could happen. We have apologies and forgiveness, okay? So you might receive some apologies, and you might be asked to forgive, okay? If you are a person who was ghosted and the other person just went to another direction, okay? We have a female is spying on you. This could be anybody. It could be your the one that you're inquiring about, okay? The one that you are wondering why they ghosted and settled for another direction. It could be a person that they're with, but it's a female spying. And if it's meant for you, I feel that it will resonate. And it says focus on your intentions. Now, this means it's like your spiritual journey. It doesn't matter if the person ghosted, if they went in another direction. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter who you're with your soulmate, with your divine counterpart, with yourself. It's about ascension, okay? And it's about being proactive in your own life and trying to raise your vibration, okay? Ask questions, all right? Ask for knowledge, okay? Ask to be enlightened. Ask for guidance, because you're here for more than just to, go to work, pay bills, retire, and have some kids. I mean, you're here for more than that. You really are supposed to learn some things, possibly help others along the way if you're able to. So go deep. Dive deep into your life. Dive deep into why you're here. Don't just say, oh, well, I guess it's for a reason, and let it go. Dive deep. Get to know why. Ask for that guidance. Ask for that clarity. Ask for that truth. And it says protect your ideals and energy. So I got a couple of messages with that. Somebody could have went in another direction because they couldn't handle the intensity of the frequency that you are on. Usually, if it's a connection like that, what I'm thinking of, it's a strong connection, it's an intense connection, and usually there is someone who's not ready for that. They have some soul growth to do, some learning to do, some more experiencing to do to catch up with that. So that's what I got when I got protect. I got more or less protect your energies. I think that this person didn't know how to handle the intensity of a connection. Maybe they were lacking some sort of emotional maturity, or a mindset, a concept, a belief, following a tradition even. And trust how this all plays out. So that makes me feel like, there's two clovers here, and it's like trust in how this all plays out. In other words, the universe keeps all receipts. It's all happening for a very specific reason. It would be a spiritual reason, okay? And you can always ask. You can always ask to be shown the reason. You can always ask to be guided, and you can ask, why are you here? Okay? All of this is happening. Why am I here? Get beyond the negative thought process of having bad luck, or beyond the thought process of, you're not loved, and just go to the higher meaning, the higher version of why it really happened, why you're really here. What can you really learn on a deeper level besides I don't trust others? Because that is our most basic instinct, is to say, well, I don't trust nobody. Like, someone hurt me, so now they're all bad. Go beyond that. Go beyond that. Go deeper. Why did it really, really happen? How did it change you? And how are you evolving from this? Are you still in your pain body, operating from the pain and the anger? Or have you released that and you've gone on to a new level of enlightenment? Show me what I need to see. It so far looks like this person has ghosted and went into another direction because they probably weren't ready. They wanted to be free. They didn't want to be tied down. That's what I can take from it. And I just feel that the energy from it is not as mature as your energy. There's nothing wrong with that, Anything else? This is from the Twisted Oracle. Okay. And I was just saying that truth, discovery, awakening. a lot of times people will come in and there'll be a catalyst in our life. There will be something that happens, some interaction. It might be uncomfortable, or it might be something we really like and we get addicted to, and then it goes, it leaves. And it's ultimately illuminating our awakening, triggering our awakening, being the catalyst. Because we go deeper, we dive deep, and we discover more about ourselves and more about why. But we have to be beyond the pain. We have to be on the other side of the pain. And when we're in the pain and the anger, we're in a very negative energy. We're in a rejecting type of energy, and we're in a blaming type of energy. We've got to be on the other side of that so we can truly ascend, truly embrace the truth, the real truth of why it happened. The real truth is there was something to learn and teach. Because it looks like this person that did this to you has some form of guilt. They're embarrassed. They're ashamed. So this would also tell me it's a person who probably is not narcissistic and has a conscience of what they have done, or how they have treated you, or how they have ghosted, or for whatever reason. But I'm telling you, if this is that energy, and like I said, it's a general reading, but it's a requested reading. If it is that, this person, you can tell, wasn't ready. This person is on some level of confusion, or was. Now we have legal matters, divorce, property, criminal, paternity, child support, traffic ticket. So this is also a person who might have abandoned and ghosted, went and settled for another situation. Could be because they were already in a connection, already married, had a child or children, or some coming along the way. Or if they weren't, we're talking an older crowd, maybe because they didn't want to break up with their children's mother or father, or something to do with family, or how the family thinks about it. Don't want to have a loss of property, don't want to have to start over, don't want to have to divide things. Maybe somebody had something on the other person. This is a common thing we find out too. Sometimes people in karmic relationships, when people are ready to break up, somebody awakens, wants to leave, the karmic will then threaten, well, I'll do this, I'll do that. And if they had children together, then it becomes another problem of, who do we share? Do we fight? What do we do? With the child, it becomes nasty in some cases, like child support. So it's not easy. In other words, it's not as simple as you and them. Okay, so they're like, well, they don't even try. They just like, well, it's just easier. It's easier for me not to fight for the one I want to be with, or fight for the one that I love, or it's not, they'll just go and settle. It's very common. I have perhaps another deck here. Yeah, I have another deck which I can use. It didn't come in a box, so I have it literally in, I keep them in plastic bags to keep the dust off of them. All right, now for some of you, the person that did this, they feel absolutely like a clown. I'm not going to say the word that's there, but that's how they feel. They just feel this way, or they feel that others might make fun of them, okay? Make fun of them for being with you, or something to that effect. We have Jezebel. Some of them just got tied up. Some of them might have had some sex addictions, didn't want to settle down. Like I said, the handcuffs were loose. Maybe they didn't want to be tied down, but they're still keeping tabs on you, spinning by, looking up your social media. They're curious, okay? It's like they didn't want to go all the way with you, but yet they also don't want to let go of you, and you can pick up on their energy. But this card also came out, and it says, I love you. So a person who may not be with you, a person who may have ghosted, abandoned, settled for another life, they may, for some of you, they love you, but they have some issues, okay? And it seems like they have to deal with this. And at some point they will, okay? Because if they awakened something in you. We are all in a time of awakening, and if they've awakened something within you, you will have definitely awakened something within them, especially as you ascend. So just know that. Now, this was face down, and it says left you hanging, no closure, no contact, left on red, which they you know, this is exactly what this reading is about. Left you hanging. Okay, left you hanging, not knowing why. Well, these are some reasons. These are some reasons, and then some of them just left it be that way because they feel like it's too late, and for some of them it is too late. Mixed signals, so they're confused. You know, I picked up on the confusion with the ashamed and the guilt card. So for some of you, this person may want to come in and express how they feel. Maybe they want to say something because it says apologies and forgiveness, but some of them may feel it's too late. For some of you, you may feel it's too late. Okay, I'm going to pull some cards from this deck here. Show me what I need to see. I saw soulmate, so maybe some of you are with a soulmate, or the person that they settled for. It's maybe a soulmate they didn't want. But there's a lot going on. I feel like whoever it is going through the dark night of the soul. You could be going through the dark night of the soul, or they could be. Usually it doesn't happen at the same time. Show me what I need to see. Thank you. Anything else? Why they ghosted and settled? I got forgiveness here again. So this is somebody who, especially if you've gone into a new direction, you've turned your back, you're following the divine, and that's exactly what's supposed to happen. You know, even though there was no closure, even though you don't know why they ghosted, even though you don't know a lot of things, just follow the divine. You see how she's turned her back, she's walking to the sun. Just do the same thing. Just walk to the divine. Go deeper in finding out more about yourself, more about the truths, discoveries, all of this information that's coming to us. Dive into it. Dive into it. We have nostalgia and forgiveness, and I feel somebody is watching you. I feel somebody wants forgiveness. I feel that I just feel there was a lack of emotional immaturity, or I feel that someone wanted to be free. You know, and maybe they didn't know how to say it, because maybe there was a person who's a people pleaser. Maybe they didn't want to hurt your feelings, but yet or they couldn't face you. Maybe the feelings, like I said, were too intense, but they couldn't handle them. They couldn't deal with them. I just pick up on a lot of immaturity is what I pick up on. It doesn't matter how old they are. I just pick up on that. Now, we have action, inner child, purge, and pride and ego. So I feel that if you've already gone through this, you know, you've been working on yourself, you're not expecting this person, but you've always in the back of your mind, like, you know, why did they just kind of disappear? Why did they just kind of ghost? Or why did they go in another direction? You know, you go through all the feelings and the notions, you know, was it me? Did I do something? It messes with your own ego. It messes with your own self-confidence. But no, it's totally about the universe keeps all the receipts, knows what we're learning and what we need to learn before we can come in alliance with anyone on our frequency, right? Because we will draw in who we're on the frequency of, and this person was not on the frequency of you, was not ready for what was happening at the moment with you and them. So we have ego, we have purge, and inner child. I feel this is a person now who ghosted you, who's now going through inner child, taking care of the inner self, just like we saw on the bottom of the deck, where she is walking in a new direction, then they follow. You see how this other person is doing the same thing. So I feel like they might be starting to go on an inner journey themselves and purging some things. And when I got it next to ego, I think that they are purging their ego, their pride, because there's so much more to us and to life than our ego and our pride. But you know, an immature energy is an energy that's very much in the ego. And, you know, I think I was well into my 40s when I started killing off my ego. So it does not have to be a young person or a young adult. It's just emotional immaturity. And it happens at our own pace when it needs to. But when it does happen, then there's action. Things take flight. So I do feel this is a person that's on your mind that you will get to see again. It will be different, okay? There's going to be, you both have changed, okay? What happens from that point on, I don't know, but you both have changed. Show me what I need to see here for the one who ghosted and settled for someone else or something else. Show me what I need to see. 2 more. All right, and there it is. There's another confirmation of that. 2 of Cups reverse. Why did it break off? Why did it break off? Somebody has had to really think about what would make them happy in life. Okay, and I'm telling you, this was a person who absolutely enjoys their singlehood or freedom, doesn't want to answer to anybody. They just want to go do what they want to go do. And it seems like it has a lot to do with why the conversation, why things ended. And there's a 7 of Swords that's beyond that. So I do feel that a person was not ready to align with you the way that you wanted to align with them. And, you know, we have this Hangman. Now, this Hangman is a self-sacrifice, and so is this 7 of Swords. All right, somebody just wasn't ready. And it's like a kid up in a tree, and you tell your kid, come down, dinner's ready, and they're like, I'll be down in a minute, I'll be down in a minute. You know, they just enjoy hanging there. They're not coming down until they're ready to come down, until they figure something out. And it's like that. This person was just not ready. They had to figure something out, and they're going to figure it out in their own timeline. But the thing is, it's like they could not confront you, could not see you, could not tell you. So I feel on a level, a certain level, whether immature or not, I feel they were trying to protect your feelings by not saying to you, like, hey, I don't want this. I think they were also trying to protect their feelings, because I think deep down inside there was a part of them that wanted it, but they weren't ready for it. And so I think there are both things. Like, I do feel that I feel that they didn't have, it wasn't easy for them to tell you straight out, because they did feel something for you. But I also feel that they were protecting themselves, because maybe it would affect them. Maybe they'd break down to literally say that to you. You know, they were handling some stuff that they couldn't process. They didn't know how to process it, and it had to do with the emotions that they have for you. And these emotions were like, you know, is this love? Is this lust? Is this morally right? I just heard, you know, there's so much more to it. But definitely, I can tell they wanted to be free. Bottom line, whoever this resonates for, they didn't want to be tied down. They were very much in their ego and pride, but they are ashamed. But when I see trust how this plays out, you know, we'll see. And pretty much, this is what I just said. This is a person who had emotions for you. King of Cups, okay? Scorpio energy, Cancer, Pisces energy. Doesn't have to be that sign. But this is a person who had a lot of feelings for you and kept them to themselves. But the path they chose, it led to being inconsistent. It was a Knight of Wands. This Knight of Wands is someone who is in and out. You know, it's a person that, you know, maybe they like short-lived relationships, or they like to just hook up with people, friends with benefits type of thing, but they're not ready to settle down. But they went in another direction. It was I heard flighty direct. It was a direction that led to them just doing what they want to do when they want to do it. But they have a lot of emotions for you, and they probably keep eyes on you, because that person, you know, has got their, I'm going to say, looking glass here. So there is something to that. I know a lot of you, I've read your comments. a lot of you don't even care about being in a relationship with this person anymore. You know, you just want to closure to it. You just want to, it's like you just want to have some sort of closure, some sort of peace so that you can move on. I do feel that there's going to be something that happens once they purge, go through an ego death. I feel that they are going to say something about not really being happy the way they handle things with you, and that they do think about you and that they would like forgiveness. All right, what's another aspect to this? Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, Sagittarius energy in the reverse. It also talks about karmic and the karmic wheel. So, you know, stars reverse, that's Aquarius, and the Hangman. So, like I said, there's a reason. There is a reason beyond why they did this. The universe keeps receipts. This is about karma and the karmic wheel. Now, maybe they haven't been doing the best because, you know, it's like when you sit with your emotions. This King of Cups is sitting with their emotions. And sometimes a person can sit with their emotions for so long and it just sort of eats at them. Like, it's not easy when somebody just ghosts the other person and is like, leaves it that way. It doesn't sit well, especially if somebody has true feelings, if someone's not very narcissistic. A caring person, a compassionate person, that would bother them even if they're the ones doing it. So there's something about this Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Yeah, Page of Swords. Something is bothering them and they want to know something. And again, the Star is reversed. All right, the Star is reversed. They're keeping quiet. The High Priestess here, which is a tarot reader, so maybe some of you are. There's a lot of tarot readers, watch other tarot readers. And then we have the Chariot. It's the Cancer energy. We have Pisces, Virgo energy, and Aquarius energy right here, along with Sagittarius, if I didn't say that. So there is something about Page of Swords. This person wants to know something, which is, this is Gemini energy too. It's like, I want to know something. And I feel whatever it is they want to know, they're keeping to themselves. Maybe they're even consulting, okay, a psychic, a tarot reader, a diviner, or something like that, about if they should come in and approach. They're also thinking a lot. Here is the Hermit, which is Virgo energy. So they want to know something. Maybe they want to know if you'll forgive them. I have 2 cards of forgiveness. Tell me about the roots. Queen of Pentacles. This is a person who is loving themselves, taking care of themselves, but this could also be that legal matters card, somebody that they were with, or maybe you were with, or this could be something you wanted. Maybe you wanted forever with them, you didn't want to fling, and this was a person who wasn't wanting that. So let's clarify that. Because that Queen of Pentacles is a card of stability. It's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, but it's a person that wants stability. It's a person who also takes care of themselves. So the root of this reading is, we're asking. So the root is very important because we're asking, why did they ghost and settle for someone else? All right. And the root of that is a Queen of Pentacles. So tell me more about her or him, whoever this Queen of Pentacles is. 3 of Cups. For a lot of you, they had somebody had another person here. So for a lot of you, this is because they're like, well, there's a third party involved and somebody's got to leave before there can be starting over. And we have the King of Pentacles on the bottom. So maybe they had somebody, maybe you had somebody, but it's like saying, look, somebody's got to get out of this before, you know, someone's got to get cut out before this can happen here. So it's not wrong to think that. And someone does have a lot of feelings. Some, you know, we have the 10 of Cups. This is the happiest, one of the happiest cards next to the Sun in the deck. The Sun is Major Arcana. This is like Minor Arcana Sun right here. Judgment. Okay, one's awakened before the other, like I said. But somebody is looking at it like this. Somebody's got to go before this can happen. So I would say whoever's looking at it like that, look at why the other person's not going. Okay? If there's 3 people involved, why is someone not going? Does someone not have the money to go, the financial independence to go? Is someone settling? Because that's kind of what this reading is about. So the root of this is literally saying that there was a third party, and that's why. So somebody just decided to either stay with who they were, or someone moved on because the other person was with somebody. Give me a card for that from this deck. Yeah, Queen of Swords, Libra energy, air energy, and the 7 of Swords, action. So that's the reason for the cutoff. All right, that's the reason for the cutoff. There was going to be some sort of deception around this because there was going to be a third party. And on the bottom, there's clarity, there's the truth. The Ace of Swords, we have the 10 of Cups reversed, but we have the Ace of Pentacles. Now that might be, maybe there's going to be another opportunity if somebody's willing to let go of another person. Tell me about the past. Landed on these handcuffs over here. And forgiveness, Ace of Cups. The past is somebody didn't want to choose love. Somebody didn't want to settle down. Somebody didn't want to have a family, or something about also not wanting to, if there were children involved, not wanting to leave, break up a family or a home or something like that. It landed here on the handcuffs and forgiveness, but more likely it's somebody who didn't want to choose love at that time. They just didn't. This is a person who had options, and this is a person who they had a lot of attractive options, so they just didn't pursue, because it's like, you know, I can choose this person, that person, the other person. I don't want to settle down, you know, the buffet is looking good and I don't want to settle down. It is a very low way to look at things, because it means somebody is very physically rooted into worldly things that don't create spiritual growth much. They become one addiction upon another addiction, you know, going from having their choice of the type of people they want. Before you know it, there's a sex addiction, because they can have anybody. Then before you know it, morally it's not right, so then somebody's got to start drinking more or doing some drugs in order to commit the immoral act that they're already doing. And then before you know it, someone's feeling like crap even more, and then they get even deeper, and before you know it, someone is just so deep into stuff they become a 3 of Swords and a Emperor reverse. They've lost themselves at that point. So it seems like this is a person who could have, or could be, I heard spiraling down, where it just ended up being one thing to another thing to another thing. Because when they settled for something else, when they ghosted or whatever, for those of you who requested this, it's like saying none of that was based on love, though. It's fine to be single. If you love it, who cares? It's fine to date people. If you love it, who cares? But this is a person who has some shame, who has forgiveness here twice, who's thinking of you. And it's saying, you know, just keep focusing on your intentions and see how this plays out. I feel like a miracle is going to work in your life. And when I say miracle, I don't mean like somebody returning. I just feel like something's going to turn around for you in a very positive way that only you'll know that this is divinely given to you. This person has to grow. This person is not ready for what you want, or they weren't, at least when, I don't know how long ago you were ghosted. I don't know how long ago they settled, but the energy they were in when it happened, They just weren't ready for what you wanted with them. Now over here on the Ace of Cups reverse, for what crowns this, we have Aquarius and we have the Ace of Swords. It's all sideways here. And it's about gaining clarity. It's like two things I'm getting here. This person was trying to gain clarity about you, or you were trying to gain clarity about them, but it's more or less like, why did they stop? Why did they stop? And you just want clarity. And for some of you, there's a major age difference. And if there's not an age difference, there's definitely an a lack of maturity on someone's part. Because we have a Knight of Cups and a Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is emotionally mature, has a long-lasting love, a love that endures. And the Knight of Cups is not so sure. They want it, but they're also learning about it. They're experimenting with it. They're not sure. So sometimes they have girlfriends, boyfriends. They don't really want to settle down, or they have short-lived relationships. Give me a card for that. They're not ready for the higher path. They'll get there, maybe not with you. Yep, so 5 of Pentacles. So they chose to just leave it be. And this is a ghosting card. It can be a ghosting card. Someone just abandoned ship, you know. That's a card of being dumped and left behind, left out in the cold. Tell me about the near future, or future, whatever wants to come out here. Tell me about the future. Landed on this, between this King of Cups and this 5 of Pentacles. All right, it's a 7 of Cups again. 7 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles on the bottom. This is a person, it looks like, who has choices because they have good looks and money. But that's kind of shallow, you know, because we all know that good looks fail, right? I mean, skin is just that, it's skin deep. We all know that money comes and goes. Nobody's money is guaranteed. I wish it was, but I've seen, you've seen it. There's millionaires and they have fallen on their face and had to start over, or they've lost it in divorces and, or, you know, invested in the wrong thing. But this is a person that still has choices. And it looks like they have choices because they have wealth. Okay. But they're also a person who is generous. All right. They can be generous, and maybe they're overly generous and people want to use them. So I'm going to clarify. We have the 7 of Cups is the near future. It's about choices. The Moon reverse. So this person, if you resonate, it's a general reading. I'm hearing, you know, if they have a guilty conscience, they're ashamed, they're embarrassed, they want forgiveness. They want to come out and just be completely honest with you about everything. And I'm hearing from Spirit, you really don't care. You've moved on from this person. Like, this person is carrying on with guilt, and you're just like, you know, hey, bro, sis, you could have just kind of told me, like, I'm strong, I can handle the truth, but, you know, taking off like you died and jumped off the planet, that's a whole nother thing. You're like, just tell me the truth here. What's going on? And I can accept that. I'm not even, you know, most of you don't even want the person anymore. You just want to know why, because it just makes your life easier to go on and focus in another direction. I say you don't really have to have closure. If, you know, if you have to have closure, this person never comes back, you know, that's a lot of your own time wasted. If you relate to this reading, they weren't ready. They were not even on your level when it comes to maturity. Show me what I need to see in the self position. they're confused when it comes to this stuff, or they were, because we have mixed signals. But the self position, this is a Page of Wands. This is a person who might watch you and want to reach out. We have the Devil here. Somebody, this person is trapped, all right? This person is bound to something, bonded to something, and it's not good. It's the Devil. Capricorn energy into Eight of Pentacles. This person has put more focus on bonds that are toxic than anything else. And I don't care if they're toxic bonds with other people or toxic substances. But this person that you're thinking about has put more focus on a toxic bond, trauma bond with someone else, and they didn't go for what they wanted, and they're definitely not having it their way. But this is also a card of overindulgence. This is a person who chose a lifestyle of overindulgence. I'm also being told it's a person who's going to have to watch their liver too. I don't know who it is. Liver is in charge of a lot of things. This is a person who has, if they don't change their lifestyle, it has nothing to do with you. Their health is not going to hold out forever. Six of Wands reverse and the Page of Wands upright. This person is, maybe they are a person who would thrive on attention, couldn't get enough attention, couldn't keep their mind or attention on one person because they had all these choices, But they go from that. They go from not needing to seek all of that attention from other people to just wanting attention from one special person. And I think it's you. Like I say, from the comments I read, a lot of you really have moved on. You just kind of wanted to know. Because I understand what that does to a person's confidence. It's like, was it me? Did I do something? But when you're out of that pain body, you realize it wasn't you. They just wasn't ready for this. They just wasn't ready for it. Six of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. I feel this is a person who spends a lot of time thinking about you, though. I think that they spend a lot of time thinking that, you guys could talk or do something again. Because the world is reversed. It's not over yet. And the Nine of Pentacles is reversed. But this Nine of Pentacles can be a material loss, okay? We have the Justice here. It's a contract. It can be a marriage. We have the Four of Swords in reverse. So this is a person who may go through some changes themselves and then want to come back in. They might go through some losses. Tell me about the environment. Nine of Wands landed on Nine of Pentacles reversed. This person might go from someone who has options, wanted to be single, wanted to dabble in this and dabble in that, to maybe they don't want to be single anymore. That did land on that. Let me see. Nine of Wands. Yeah. So the lifestyle they chose has let them basically, look at the picture. I don't even have to say anything. They chose this lifestyle. They did all of it. But now they're not happy. But why? There's a lot of drinking, I feel. Whatever they chose, it was toxic. God's rejection is your protection. Everybody says it. And I want to say it here too, because if you would have aligned with this person and the energy that they were in when you were aligning with them, you wouldn't be happy. You would be the one, miserable. You'd be the one waiting on this person. Where are they at? Because they really just wanted to be a free bird, sleep with others, do what they want, party. You would not have been happy with this person. So trust me, even if you didn't hear anything, even if they ghosted you, from what I see here, it was in your best interest Do they have feelings for you? Even for some of you, love you? Yes. But does that mean they're good for you all the time? No. Someone who loves you doesn't always mean they're good for you. This is a person who's learning things, okay? They're growing spiritually. They are going to come in wanting forgiveness for some of you, okay? They are going to want forgiveness, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be a relationship of romance. Maybe friendship, maybe closure so that you both can move on. It depends on you guys. We have the sun though. So I think, there's two people here having fun. So I do think that if whoever forgives, whoever asks for forgiveness, I think if no one's in the pain body and everyone can move beyond this to the next level, to a higher vibration, I think everything's going to be fine. I think that there can be a restart of a relationship. And I'm saying friendship. Aquarians, we're always friends first, right? It can be a restart of a friendship. Take it from there. But we have Five of Pentacles. That's a return. This is a return. And it's an improved version. Someone is leaving and coming in. So for this person that's on your mind, it looks like they're leaving. They're coming in. All right. Returning. New beginning. Tell me about the hope and the fear. Tower reverse. So I feel that someone's coming in to avoid a tower. Okay. I feel that somebody wants a second chance. Maybe this time they want to give you what you want. This is a person who has went from a Knight of Wands to a Queen of Pentacles, wanting to settle down or wanting to introduce you to their family. Okay, like this is going to be my permanent person. Meet my family. But a second chance. Okay, and they're wishing and they're praying for a second chance. All right, what's the outcome looking like here? What's the outcome looking like? Wow, you saw that? This is just sticking up. Three of Wands, Five of Cups. All right. This is something you're not expecting. All right. You're not expecting. Three of Wands. You're not expecting it. Five of Cups reversed. This is a person who is sad. They're wishing for a second chance. I feel they might even getting consultations, or maybe if you have a channel, you do tarot or something, maybe they watch you. Tell me about. So I feel like this is a person who's going to release the pity party, the sorrowness, get over it to a degree of thinking about how things went down and literally just let go of that burden and come in and do something about it. Because we have the Chariot and the Six of Cups and the Three of Wands. You don't expect it, but somebody comes in. Very heartfelt, very sincere. And, it's happy. It's happy. Because either way, it's closure. Either way, it's a new beginning. You can start a friendship, you can start whatever, but this person's heartfelt. Heartfelt. Want to come in and say something and be very sincere about it. And this is the one who ghosted you and settled for something else. They just weren't ready. They were not ready. All right, so let's close out with a bonus card. I'm using Spirit of the Animal Oracle. Show me what I need to see. Bonus card for Aquarius, Cross Watcher, whoever resonates. We have the Fox. Clever. You are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources surround you. Be open to romance. So for some of you, this is going to be a rekindle of a romance. It's a person coming back, change, but for some of you, it's closure, and for some of you, it's a friendship. But either way, it looks like you're going to hear from them. All right. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in, and namaste, my friends.